Hello everyone and welcome to NEET Mentor. In the particular session we are going to talk on multiple topics. The first topic is very important, the counseling process, how it will be different from last year and what would be it impacts and how you can be ready and prepared for that. Regarding OBC and EWS certificate, what is the financial year for your income certificate, income documents? OBC EWS certificate, if it's not provided after the seat allotment in All India quota, then what will happen? What are the chances you have? Other topic, if you get a seat through All India quota in the second round and further you get seat allotted through DNB or your state quota, then what possibilities you have to join between those two? So we are going to discuss on these topics. So the video might be a bit lengthy because I want to cover all the topics. And before that, if you are new to the channel, you can subscribe it and hit the like button. Hitting the like button is very important. It doesn't take anything from your pocket and you can go ahead and do it. In the description of the video, you can find Telegram group which you can join. Few ebooks which are very important for deemed universities, where you can see the tuition fee, last year cutoff and all details. Open states, same thing for all the open states, whether it's Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh, West Bengal, Rajasthan. For all the open states you have that tuition fee branch wise cutoff, so it will give you plenty of idea what are the options available to you. DNB counseling, there is separate ebook, you can go ahead and download that, because there are 500 plus hospitals and you need to have very much idea before you go and do the choice filling, in what order, what are the different factors you need to consider. You can avail our paid guidance services. Right now we are giving you 20% discount, which won't be available after examination. And as part of paid guidance services, we cover all the counseling processes starting from INI-CET, which is the second round is awaited, and DNB clubbed with MCC, All India quota, deemed universities, government and private seats for state quota, whether it's open state or your domicile state, CPS, FCPS, NB diploma, and we assure that you get this get the best possibilities out of it, the possibilities in your rank, your budget, and the states which is more favorable to you. So let's jump into the topic, starting from EWS certificate. There is proforma given in the annexure, and you have to prepare your EWS and OBC certificate issued by competent authority, and your subcast should tally with the central list of OBC. So once you have that certificate available in the proforma given in the information bulletin of MCC is given already there, you make sure that your OBC certificate is valid. Okay, and regarding creamy, non-creamy layer, see, if you come under creamy layer, then your OBC certificate will be invalid. So make sure that you get your OBC certificate only if you come under non-creamy layer. In case you have your OBC certificate, you have marked your category as OBC, and you go ahead with All India quota, get a seat there, and then at the time of joining the seat, you ask to present the OBC certificate. You present that OBC certificate, and with all the documents they verify, your seat will be cancelled. And for the next round, seat is cancelled, it doesn't mean that you can't go for next round. You can go for next round, and your next round will be considered as general category. So be careful when you mark your category. You should have the supporting documents, and it should be valid at central level. On the right side you can see annexure 4, which I have taken from the MCC information bulletin launched a few days back, and in this format you have to get your OBC certificate ready. They have given the proforma for EWS, PWD, other certificates, and on the bottom you can see there is very important information regarding the financial year for your annual income. The annual income status of the parents of the applicant should be based on financial year ending March 31, 2021. So you have to have the documents supporting your parents income in order to get the EWS or OBC certificate. based on financial year ending March 31, 2021. Since it's the latest MCC document, and you need to go ahead with the same. You don't need to have any kind of doubt. If the documents are not based on the this financial year or based on the old one, then you need to keep it updated, and make sure that all the documents or certificates related documents like OBC and EWS, it's not older than more than 1 year, so you get it updated. There are questions which is really important to have answer. If you joined allotted college in the second round, first of all, the first round is free exit round. When I say free exit round, any seat allocated to you in the first round, you don't have any kind of foundation to join it, and there won't be any harm if you don't join. So in the second round, if you allocated any seat, you have the dependency, you have to join. So that's the rule. If you have joined your allocated college in the second round counseling for all India quota, now you are offered another seat in a state quota. See, first the notification will come for all India quota, where MCC will conduct the counseling process all India seats, deemed university, central university, and DNB. Then after like first round is over, or before the first round is still going on, you will see the notification for your state level, because this time the counseling process is gonna happen in really fast paced manner, and there won't be much of time like last year, and you will have limitation since DNB is clubbed now with all India quota. So the candidates who used to have choices to select between DNB and all India quota and their state allotment, they won't be having that much freedom this time. So they need to go in defensive manner. That will help you in state level counseling. The state level counseling will have positive shift, but in DNB you will be able to see some kind of negative shift because it's clubbed. So once you get a seat allocated in the second round, and now you get seat offered by some other state level counseling, your domicile state, then what option you have? If you have joined your second round allotted college, then you won't be able to rejoin, because your original documents will be with college which you got allocated through all India quota. Okay, and it's as per the Supreme Court of India. See, these are all authentic details I'm providing to you with all the references. That's why I keep a screenshot for all the details I give to you. There's nothing like verbal, so you can trust on it. In case you have allotted a seat in second round but you haven't joined it, then you have the freedom to go for state round allotted seats. In that case, your security deposit will be forfeited, whether it's deemed university or all India quota. Second question, if I have joined my college second round for deemed university, now I am being offered another seat in a state quota. Suppose you get a seat in deemed university where the tuition fee is high, and you try for a state quota private colleges as well, and you get a seat where the college quality is also good and the tuition fee is less. It happens mostly. And then what is the process of rejoining? And once you have joined your allotted college in the second round of deemed university, you won't be able to have any option. Be clear, be very clear. Once you join the allotted college through deemed through second round deemed university or all India quota government college, once you joined, you don't have any option to go for a state quota or any other counseling process. In case you haven't joined, then you can choose to join the seat allocated through state quota counseling process, and in that case your security deposit will be forfeited, that is 25,000 for all India quota and 2 lakhs for deemed universities. Next question, what are eligibility, who are eligible for exit with forfeiture option? I have already answered, but let me answer it again. Candidate who have allotted a seat in round 2 or mop-up round but do not report at the college. Seat is allocated but you haven't joined, then you are eligible for exit with forfeiture. Exit with forfeiture means you don't take the seat allocated through MCC but you take other seat. In that case your security deposit will be lapsed. In case candidates fails to, that's another important question. In case you got a seat allocated in the second round or first round of all India quota, that time you don't have the valid certificate. You come under creamy layer and you have mentioned yourself as non-creamy layer OBC, in the category, and that time you fail to provide the non-criminal certificate, then what consequences you will be facing? In case candidate fails to produce proper caste, PWD or EWS certificate, if applicable, at the allocated medical or dental college, then she will be not permitted to join the allocated college. Once you fail to submit the documents, you won't be able to join the allocated college, but in and her category will be changed for the next round. You are still eligible for the next round. It doesn't mean that you are out of the counseling process and your 1 year is vested. You are eligible for the next round, but for the next round you are eligible as general category candidate. Changes from last year. So I have covered the OBC EWS related certificate related queries, and what happens if you get seat allocated through all India quota deemed, and you get seat allocated through state counseling processes. So what options you have? Now coming to the first topic, changes from last year, which is very important. The most important change is DNB counseling, which is to be conducted by NBE last year. In the year of 2019 we saw the cutoff for DNB went very nicely, and up to like a very low rank also they were able to get the seats 50,000 plus. But in 2020, due to multiple reasons, due to COVID-19, the last round counseling, which used to happen in offline mode, happened in online mode, and then the cutoff got narrowed down, and it means negative shift. This year we can see further negative shift in the cutoff for DNB because it got clubbed. So the candidate won't be having option to choose between DNB and all India quota, because all are happening in parallel mode, so they can choose either of one. It will help the other candidates, because earlier meritorious candidate used to have multiple options. They used to have options in all India quota. They got one seat allocated there, allocated in DNB, and then in their state home state as well. So at the three places they used to hold the seat, and then it's kind of like a waiting. So other candidates who got like a poor rank compared to the person who hold the seats gets disadvantage. So this step I really appreciate, but it will create a problem for you. You need to be very much conscious about the decision you are going to make, because once you fail to get a seat, you might lose the opportunity to getting good seat, or you might need to go for private as well. So you have to take the right decision at the right time, and you need to be a bit defensive this time. You don't have much of options, so that will be impact. And if you talk about all India quota cutoff, the all India quota cutoff, keeping all EWS and OBC reservation apart, if all the conditions are like last year, and considering DNB is clubbed, all India quota counseling will have positive shift, since DNB is clubbed, and DNB will be getting negative shift. Okay, so DNB cutoff will further take negative shift. Positive shift can be seen in state rounds for government colleges, as well as positive shifts can be seen in the state rounds for private colleges. And also you have to keep in mind, you are applying for deemed universities through MCC counseling process, and at the same time you are applying for other state counseling process, where you need to deposit security deposit, where you have to deposit security fee. Then you have to be very conscious which one you are going to choose, because either one you have to leave. So the choice filling you need to do nicely based on all the parameters, all the tuition fee and all the probabilities, so that you get only those seats which you want to take, and don't get other seats. It should not happen that you get seat in both deemed and state, then in that case you will be losing the security deposit, because at one place you have to leave the seat. And if you want to discuss in such things in very detail, and want us to help you in the counseling, you can avail our paid counseling guidance, so that you are saving some money, and you are not in risk, and don't have a risk of losing security deposit. and you get finally the best possible seat for you in the least possible budget. I have already created a video where we explained how you can do the smart counseling and how it can help you saving some money also. Up to 10 lakhs you can save per year, because counseling is a process and it's complex process for NEET PG compared to MBBS. You must have done MBBS counseling process, but PG counseling process, if you have experience, it is really complex, considering you have multiple options: all India quota, deemed, DNB, your state domicile state, and then multiple open states. Around 12 open states are there, we can apply. You have CPS, FCPS. So keeping all things in mind and keeping the budget in mind, where you are getting and how much you can wait, can you go in defensive manner or you need to go in aggressive manner. So all things you need to calculate, and then only you have a kind of your counseling architecture ready, and based on that you need to proceed. You don't take decision at the time of registration. You have to have the counseling process well designed well before, so that 80 to 85% result what is going to happen, it should be available to you in front of you, and you can see only 15% of fluctuations. So these things are very important. So thanks for watching and have a great day. We will meet again with another topic.